What's up, everybody? Denzi Cadenzi here, and welcome back to some more Star Ocean: The Second Story remake. Last we left off, we explored the Cave of Cross, where we got the ancient text that no one could read because it was undecipherable. And Celine had a good idea to try and find someone that could possibly read it and tell us what it says, see if there's any connections between that and the sorcery globe or any other information. So we are currently headed to Kurik, which is a port town, and we're trying to secure passage to the continent of El, which is where the sorcery globe is actually at. And the last time you saw me, or since the last time you saw me, I have done a little bit of grinding kind of off camera, and mostly just for skills. So we're going to look at our improved skills here, and at the very top you can see determination is maxed out at 10. All of these skills basically go 1 to 10, and determination is a really important skill because, as you can see on the right side of the screen, it lowers the SP needed for each skill. So every other skill, all of these basically get reduced, so you don't have to spend as much SP to max them out. So very important skill, and we have maxed that out on all 3 characters. And for Claude, we have also gotten the pickpocketing specialty, which can be unlocked with basically all these specialties can be unlocked by certain combinations of skills the higher you get them. But pickpocketing is just like it sounds. It allows you to steal items from virtually any NPC in the game, even your own party members. When you're in a private action in a town, you have the opportunity to steal from them, and it's a way you can get a lot of really powerful rare items, particularly early in the game. And that brings us to the Sword of Marvels, which is a good example. You can get one through a goodie box that you pickpocket off of someone in a town very early on. So we were lucky enough to get it. Very powerful sword, going to carry us a long time. But we are playing on universe difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty, so it's still going to be a challenge, but very nice sword to have. And we've also gotten some levels. I think some of the new skills, helmet break, which you'll get to see eventually, is kind of like a jumping dive attack onto an enemy for Claude. Reyna has laser beams, which is a spell we've seen Celine cast plenty of times. And Celine has gotten Energy Arrow, which is a very powerful kind of homing spell. So that basically brings us to the water, which you see the boat down there. That's Kurik. That's where we're headed. But we have this unique spot here, so we're going to see what this is if we can get close enough. There we go. Beautiful waterfall. The Dawn-lit Cascades. A waterfall beside Lake Cole that shines divinely in the sunlight, entrancing all who see it. They say some travelers even spend the whole day lost in its beauty. So pretty indeed, Reyna. Alright, don't mind us. Some of the enemies over here are green, which just means they are weaker enemies. Alright, so we are in Kurik, and there is a very important private action that we have to do right out of the gate. Haven't done a lot of private action so far, but this is one that is going to be very important. We're going to see if it has changed in this version. All right, here we go. Let's see what this lady's talking about.
Residents of Kurik, you must leave this town at once. A great storm of destruction is on its way towards Kurik at this very moment.
What's going on here?
This woman was just shouting some nonsense.
She's claiming that Kurik is about to be completely destroyed, and that the only way to survive is to get away from the town right now.
Well, that's silly. How could that possibly happen?
There is still time to act. Please, you must begin evacuating at once. There is not much time left, I beg you. Please, you must believe me.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Poor girl. Something must have gone loose in her head.
All right, let's see what the ladies have to say. Do you think that's true? If it is, the town's residents could be in serious danger. I'm sure she's just spent a little too much time at the bottle. The idea that the entire town could be destroyed is just too far-fetched to take seriously. This spot is so peaceful, isn't it, dear? What was that lady talking about so passionately? As long as I've got my boyfriend, I couldn't care less about what happens. What a waste of time listening to that weirdo. It was a waste of time listening to her. Please, you must believe me. Alright, so speaking of pickpocketing, there is a very important item that we are going to try to pickpocket from this character. And that is the Sprite's Bracelet. Let's see if we can get it. Alright, we get a couple of more tries. We get one more try. We got it. Beautiful. So the Sprite's Bracelet, which I guess we can throw on Feline. I don't know if it has any kind of, doesn't have any bonus stats, but the cool thing about this is you wear it, you have a chance to obtain items while walking. So basically just by having that equipped and just walking around, you will randomly get items. And it's a pretty big pot of items, like maybe every item in the game or most items, but it's a really good accessory to have. Let's see if we can get it to activate right here, because it activates basically just by you running around. It may not do it since Celine's technically not with us right now, but that's okay. But the reason this private action is so important, without going into too many spoilers, is if you see this private action, then it basically allows for the final boss of the game to be much more powerful, essentially. Back in the day, I think I've seen it referred to as like, you do this private action and the limiter is off of the final boss, so it just makes them a lot stronger, which of course we want to challenge. So, and it's cool to see. It's a cool private action. So, and I think that is it. So we can bring everybody back and see, there we go. Get gold 1. So just randomly getting items. Very nice. Where am I going? I need to go this way. We are headed towards the ship. I'm a bit worried about sailing on this ship. Out of my way.
You getting on? I'll need to see a permit, please.
You mean this?
Well, I'll be damned. You actually got a real travel permit.
Well, yeah. We got it from the king.
Wow, I would have never guessed from the way you look.
Adios mio.
So when is this ship departing?
We'll be shoving off whenever they finish loading the cargo.
Oh, not too long then.
I can't be too sure of that. Tell you what, we'll wait up for you. So why don't you come back later? You know, poke around town a bit.
Okay.
All right, so we've got some time to kill.
Well, we've got some time. How about we have a seat on that bench? Ow!
He just came out of nowhere. Are you all right, Claude?
Get him, Celine. Energy arrow.
Yeah, I'm fine.
He just came out of nowhere.
Celine just said
That
that.
was really rude of him. He could have at least apologized. Huh?
What's wrong, Claude?
Hey! My wallet's missing!
What?
Are you serious?
That kid must have stolen it.
I don't know. I might have dropped it somewhere.
If If that kid was behind it, we will definitely need to teach him a lesson.
Tell him, Celine.
We need to find that kid first. What did he look like again?
He was pretty small, and I think he had blue hair.
That sounds about right to me.
All right, let's have a look around town.
He caught me completely by surprise. We need to find that kid. How can a kid so young be a pickpocket? There must be some reason. One can truly never be too careful. I guess we can't say too much since we've been pickpocketing a little bit, but he took our stuff and we need it, so we gotta find him. Let's see. Light-fingered children deserve a little punishment. Celine is all about, like, regulating. Alright, we need to talk to these kids. Isn't that Cattell? He's the one who's always playing by himself. I can pickpocket the kids? Adios mio. That Kettle is usually playing by himself near the bar. Aquaberries. Oh, that accessory is so good to have. Look who it is.
Ha! Finally gotcha!
What are you doing? Let me go!
How about you giving us back the wallet you stole first?
What are you talking about? I didn't steal no wallet.
I didn't steal no wallet.
Really now? You better not be lying.
Claude. It's okay if you don't know what we're talking about, but if you do know something about it, it would be really nice of you if you can tell us, okay? You know, if we don't have any money, then we'll be stuck here and we won't be able to continue our journey. You haven't seen any wallets lying around on the ground or anything, have you? Whoa, you're traveling? But you didn't have enough money in your...
Well.
So it was you!
Don't scare him like that, Claude. Listen, we aren't angry at you, okay? Just tell us what you were gonna do with the money. Was there something you wanted to buy? I can get anything I want already. So why then? I just wanted to play a trick on you. Huh? I'm not some sheltered rich kid, okay? I'm a big macho sailor and I can do anything I want. Guess I showed you, didn't I?
So that's why you stole the wallet?
Nobody ever wants to play with me. They think I'm too rich and stuck up to be with them.
Oh, brother.
Well, now I understand.
So, what are we going to do with this boy?
How about we get our wallet back for starters?
Here. I'm sorry.
Now, what next? I know. Why don't you guide us around Kurik until our ship departs? I promise we won't tell on you.
Huh?
We're new in town, so we'd like someone who knows this place well to show us around. You know what I mean?
Good idea, Claude.
Need I remind you about sparing the rod?
Amen, Celine. Amen. Get him.
So you want me to be your tour guide?
Could you?
Sure, I'll do it. It sounds like fun.
My name's Reina. What's yours?
Kettle.
Kettle. Gotcha.
And my name is Celine.
And I'm Claude. Good to meet you.
All right, off we go then.
You got it. Leave it to me.
Did you feel that?
Me? Not really. Oh, right. Hey, mister.
Then an earthquake, perhaps?
What is it, Kettle?
They call this place Fountain Square. Bet you didn't know that.
Pretend I didn't know that. We'll play nice.
Well, wait till you hear this. Fountain Square is the busiest part of town. They've got a restaurant, a clothing store, and all kinds of other shops too.
Huh, neat. Do you play here with your friends, Kettle?
Well, anyway, that's Fountain Square. Let's go hit up some of those shops.
How about some crepes? Hey Claude, let's have some crepes. I'll buy him a crepe. Don't need to worry about money when you're a kid. Thanks, Claude. It's delicious. All right. Would you like some delicious ice cream? Hey, Claude, let's have some ice cream. I guess. I'll have a vanilla one, please. But I was gonna pay for them. Don't worry about it. Hope you enjoy it. It's cold and delicious. I hope this money isn't actually coming out of our wallet.
Kettle! Okay.
Hey kids, would you mind playing with Kettle for a while?
Kettle? Aw, man.
I don't want to play with some rich kid.
Oh, come on, that's no reason to say no.
But that's what my mom told me. She said don't play with that rich kid.
Is that what she said?
My mommy said the same thing, too. But what does being rich have to do with who you play with?
Kettle's been wanting to play with all of you for a long time. Don't you think that's what's important?
All two of you.
Kettle? You really want to play with us?
Yeah, I do. Then let's be friends. I always wanted to play with you, too.
I was kind of wondering what you were like too, Kettle.
Well, great. Come on, Kettle, go have some fun with them.
But what about you guys?
Don't worry about us. We've got to catch a ship to get on with our journey.
Thanks.
Kettle, over here!
Haha, yeah!
It's nice seeing children play together, isn't it?
I didn't realize you had a gentle side to you, Claude.
Actually, I'm more than a little surprised myself.
Anyway, we'd better get back to the business at hand.
Anyway.
Shall we get going?
All right. So he's got friends, so we should be able to get on this ship.
Hey, you again. I think we're about to shove off.
Really?
Yep, sorry to keep you waiting. I got one more piece of cargo to load up, so if you got anything to buy or check up on one last time, go do it now.
Got it.
All right.
You feel that?
Another tremor from a potential earthquake.
Whoa, again?
Adios mio.
Help! Honey! Honey!
Let's get out of here.
Make a run for it. Wow, this is very detailed. We go up here? We do, okay. Goodness gracious. So much for that ship, I guess. That huge wave came out of nowhere and took everything away. First the earthquake, and now this tidal wave. It's the end of Kurik. That earthquake must have been right below us. Oh, Trya, please save us all. Oh, Trya, please save us all. I think Trya is like a deity in this world or something. My shop, oh my shop. All my treasures got taken away by that wave. Phew, thank God I managed to save all of my limited edition in the comics. Why did this happen to us? This Kettle.
Kettle! There you are.
Hey, mister!
Where are your friends?
I could only find one of them.
Oh. What about your mother? How's she doing?
The lady of the house was out of town when the earthquake struck. She should be fine.
Well, I hope so.
Mister?
Hmm?
I'm glad you're okay, too.
Thanks.
Goodness. Glad you're alright, Claude. Hope his mother is alright. 21 fold. Hello, Grandma Mabel. Oh dear, has anyone seen my husband? Be sad. Be sad. That earthquake killed my entire crew. It's a miracle I managed to survive.
Are you okay, Captain?
Yeah, nothing short of a miracle, actually. But my crew's gone, save for that guy over there.
That was quite a shock, I have to say. That bizarre wind and then that horrible rumbling.
So what are you going to do now?
A whole lot of nothing is what I'm gonna do. Can't do much without a ship. Let me give you a word of advice, though. You know I'm not the only way to get to L, right?
Oh?
Nope. First off, let me give you your royal travel permit back.
Thank you, kind sir.
Now take that permit with you to the Liqueur continent. If you ask the king over there nicely, I bet he can arrange for a ship to take you to L.
Liqueur?
Kind of out of your way, I know. But if you ask me, that's your best bet. You'll need to go through Harley first, though. That's a port city on the eastern edge of Cross.
So first to Harley.
You'll know you're going the right way if you see a village called Mars. Kurik's kind of out of the picture right now, so Mars is going to be the best place to stock up and get a good night's sleep before the voyage.
Mars. Got it.
You still seriously want to go to L after all this? You guys must be crazy.
Yeah. I've never experienced an earthquake of such magnitude. Surely this must have been caused by the sorcery globe. There's still a way to get to L. First head for Liqueur. You can get there from Harley, but I'd recommend resting at Mars. Yeah. What's going on with the crepe shop? My crepe shop gone forever. Be sad. Does a sorcery globe control nature too, or is it something else? I wonder if Kettle is okay. He literally is. We just saw him. We've taken quite the detour, but we should be grateful that none of us were harmed. Don't mind us. We're just going to come down here. Let's do a little fishing. I did do some fishing when I was leveling up skills as well. Desert Dab. It's very fun, actually. Go ahead, little fishy. Go ahead. Imp mackerel. And you can use different fish that you catch as baits. And I think certain bait obviously is better for catching specific fish. But it looks like there's 2 other types of fish in this area that we have not caught. See if we can get them. Another desert dab. Desert dab, okay. Let's use this. And another desert dab, okay. Let's use the imp mackerel. We want one of those big fish. Go ahead, little buddy. Go ahead. Nope. I think there's a little one going for it. Breast shrimp. Very nice. So there's one more small fish that is here. Let's try to get it. No. Come on, fishies. Some spectacles. All right, couple more tries. Ooh, what is this? Illyrian urchin. That was our last fish. Very nice, very nice. All right, so we need to go to the village of Mars, which I think is back this way. We're just gonna travel. Don't mind us enemies. But yeah, so the private action that we did when we first got into Kurik, obviously Philia was the girl's name. Obviously she was telling the truth. And nobody really seemed to believe her, which is unfortunate. So the same thing happens if you don't see the private action. You just don't have any kind of heads up as to what may happen. But if you don't see the private action, you can't fight the final boss at their most powerful. So still a cool private action to see. Aquaberries, 5-fold. All right, are we still going the right way? I think we are. Absolutely beautiful. Sour syrup. Delicious. More sour syrup. Absolutely delicious. So does everyone in the symbologist town dress like Celine or... And Claude said that because we are very soon going to find out that Mars, which is this village right here, is actually where Selene is from. In Mars, we should get everything ready. Absolutely. All right, that's going to do it for this one. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next video.